Good morning. I hope you're doing well today. So today I'm going to be chatting to you guys about the effects of sizeism and how to battle it. So this is a super interesting topic that I am passionate about in my journey to help women to empower themselves, to find self-love at any size, shine their light, show up with confidence, all those awesome things. So before we get started, you guys, a little bit of housekeeping stuff. If you guys are watching this on Facebook this morning, to YouTube when this video is done, hit the subscribe button and the bell to receive notifications for every time that I come live, which is Monday to Friday around between 9 and 10 o'clock. And on my YouTube channel, you will find lots of videos on meditations, yoga practices, self-love topics like this one, and kind of body positive topics, and and then other interviews with like-minded women also. So let's get started, you guys. So what is sizeism? So the effects of sizeism and how to battle it is what we're going to be talking about this morning. And so if you guys are watching live, please say hello so I can say hi back to you. And then if you're watching on the replay, just hashtag replay and I'll make sure to come on and say hi to you later on. So I see you guys up there. Facebook is working this morning. Okay. We won't go into that. So let's get started, you guys. So before we kind of get started on the effects of sizeism, we're going to kind of describe what it is first, because not everybody may know what that term means. So sizeism is like a discrimination based on a person's size or weight. And so that is a big part of why I do the work I do, is helping women to show up for life, shine their light, be who they are regardless of their weight or size, because life waits for no one, right? Like, we have to love the bodies that we're in, accept them, respect them, and the sooner we do that, the sooner that life kind of shows up for us too, right? So when we're talking about sizeism, the thing, like, I've done some research on this, and it's actually very interesting when you start to hear about the side effects of sizeism and discrimination of a person's size or weight and what that actually does for them psychologically. So when we're talking about these things, like, I've researched things that have happened when they've done studies on this topic, on like when a person is discriminated against because of their size or weight, they actually notice that it triggers people to be like psychologically and behaviorally, it changes them. And when they experience that weight stigma, their food intake increases, their ability to self-regulate decreases, and cortisol, which is a hormone related to weight gain, increases. And so a lot of other things go with the whole sizeism or discrimination piece against a person's size or weight. Things like low self-esteem, binge eating, depression, anxiety, all these things kind of, if you experience a lot of sizeism or discrimination against yourself because of your size or your weight, these are things that could be the cause of why why you're struggling the way that you are struggling, why you feel depressed or anxious, why you are gaining weight and you have no idea why. A lot of it can be like the psychological and behavioral changes that your body is doing to kind of protect itself. Like, like saying that like, just the statement of your ability to self-regulate decreases when you experience sizeism a lot. It really speaks to why people aren't able to regulate, like, that's a big part of life right now, is people are having a hard time regulating their emotions. And then, like, of course, their food, like, I understand the whole piece of, like, your food consumption increases when you are experiencing sizeism, because it makes you feel like crap, right? Like, when you have people discriminating against you because of your size, it makes you feel horrible. And then, if you have a history of either binge eating or increasing your food to kind of like comfort your feelings, then of course you're going to eat those comfort foods when you feel like you need them, right? So it's just really interesting when you start to see the kind of ways that people are being discriminated against because of their weight. Like, there's a lot of people out there who are discriminated against because of their, like, medically discriminated because of their weight. Like, doctors won't treat them. because they say, oh, well, you know what, there's nothing wrong with you, you just need to lose weight. And I've seen it a lot of times online on social media of people coming forward and saying that I was treated this way and I'm in pain and I'm hurting, and all that they can say is that I need to lose 20 pounds or whatever it is. And they turn them away, and it's discriminating that person, right? Like it's horrible that those things are happening to people. So as sad as all that is, and that it is out there, I wanted to give you guys some hope and some tips to be able to battle sizeism as you experience it. And some ways that I've experienced sizeism before we move on to that is just I've experienced it in ways of like always being called the big girl all throughout my life. Looking back at pictures, I was not that person, but I got labeled it. And so I took that with me as saying that, okay, well, I guess I'm the big person. And it affected me for sure. And I'm very mindful of those terms now because I have a son who's 6'4", so he often gets that. And I'm really mindful on like, you know what, no, let's just, you're really tall, or, like stuff like that. Like, because words hurt, you guys. And I don't think people realize how much words can stay with you throughout your life. So that's kind of one way. And more recently, like in my adult years, it's been more of like when I've done stuff that maybe according to society that I shouldn't be doing because of my weight. Like I became a yoga teacher. That was something that I kind of experienced sizeism because I was a plus size person getting my yoga teacher training, and I was teaching people how to do yoga. And that wasn't always something that was necessarily like, people didn't just knock down my doors and be like, oh, I want to do yoga with her. I've since then have attracted the type of people who appreciate just my style of yoga and who I am and how I show up and those kind of things. And it's not based upon my size. Like there's no discrimination there. But I do, like I've experienced many either comments or just looks from people where you can tell that they're like, you're teaching the class? It's like, yes, I am. Sit your butt down. Anyway, so those are kind of some little small ideas that I can think of just off the top of my head that I've experienced that kind of discrimination, and it sucks, you guys. Like, it's not, it shouldn't be happening. Like, we should be coming into life with kindness and respect and no judgment and all those things. Like, it should be based on love and kindness, of course, but that's not the world we're living in. So, I guess our thing is just we need to be more of it. Those people who know that that's what we need to be more of it. So let's go into some tips for you guys to kind of battle sizeism if you're experiencing it, and how to start showing up how we are supposed to be showing up. So the first thing is a pep talk. And so a cool little kind of a couple sentences that I have read that really inspired me and kind of has something that I say to myself is this little, I'm going to read it to you guys. So, you are allowed to take up space and be seen. You are not too fat for that outfit. Your healthcare or employment should not be negatively influenced by your size. So those little sentences right there, you guys, are super powerful, right? Like it's, I love the point of like, you are allowed to take up space and be seen. Like that is something that people who are of larger bodies feel like they have to hide in their clothes. They can't go do certain things because of their size. Like they really isolate themselves. So the first thing to do would be give yourself a pep talk, whatever that looks like. Just know that you are worthy. You are allowed to take up space. You are allowed to be seen, and give yourself permission to do that. And then the second tip for you guys when we're battling sizeism is to have supportive people. And this is huge. And it's not just people who kind of enable unhealthy behaviors. We don't want that. But it's communities who don't judge and encourage you to be like holistically healthy. So people who are, helping you with ways on how to move your body in a way that's not related to diet culture or society, that like the burdens that society places on us on how we should exercise, of doing it on ways that make you feel good. It's being around people who help you to, feel that you are worthy just as you are, who you have things to show the world, to be in this world, and it has nothing to do with your size or your shape. And it's just in communities who empower you to feel inspired and motivated, and help you to see that see your confidence that is hiding inside, to see that you are worthy and enough exactly as you are in this moment. So having supportive people or supportive communities is super important in the kind of battling sizeism and discrimination of our weight or our size. And then a third tip is social media. And I've said this a lot of times when I'm talking about this kind of stuff, is that cater your social media to who you want to see, that empowers you, inspires you, motivates you. Do not waste your precious moments in this life looking at things that disempower you, that make you feel like shit, that make you feel horrible, like you're not enough, that you're not worthy, that you can't do things. Those things are the reasons that you feel the way you do. If you're feeling that bad season, or you're feeling like you're unworthy because of your size and that you can't do things because of your size, you need to look at your social media. It is huge. And once I started to do that for myself and really be mindful when I would start to be triggered by certain people or certain things on social media, it's really easy to just unfollow. You don't even have to unfriend people. Because there's people in your lives that you may still, you think of them as a friend and you care about them and you wish them well, but you may just not be able to see them right now. So that unfollow button is helpful through that moment of being able to kind of just have that kind of social media that makes you feel empowered and inspired. And then the fourth tip for you guys is about body gratitude. And this one is super important too, on changing our kind of the way that we talk about ourselves and turning it around to being kind of, if you can't love on your body, like if you can't say, I love you belly, I love you arms, I love you legs. If you are not there yet, which I can help you get there if you're not there, but if you're not there yet, then really just starting with some body gratitudes, just taking that moment to find some things about your body that you can appreciate. Like, what does your body allow you to do? So does your body allow you to walk? Does your body allow you to talk? Does your body allow you to do certain things with your kids? Or does it allow you to perform certain movements, like yoga for my example? Does it allow you to work with your hands, whether it be crafting or cooking or those kind of things? Like there's so many ways we can be grateful for our body when we start to think about it. So really coming to a place to body gratitude and being grateful for the things that your body does for you. And then my last tip for you guys when we're battling sizeism is to promote being healthy, not thin. And this is another thing that I feel like I say on repeat a lot of the time, is to really start to come from the angle of working towards health and not working towards a weight or a size or stuff like that. Really coming from a place of, okay, what do I need to be, my best self? I want to be healthy, so I'm going to nourish my body with good foods. I'm going to move my body in a way that feels good for me, and I don't care what anyone else thinks. I'm going to take care of all these areas of my self-care. Self-care is huge, you guys, and self-care is how we show people how we love ourselves, and we teach them how to love us because of those things that we do for us. So, there's a lot of different areas of self-care that we can be focusing on to be that healthy version of ourselves, and it has nothing to do with excessive exercise, starving yourself, all those things. And so really coming from a place of trying to focus on health rather than a size or weight. And so those are kind of my tips for you guys when we're talking about the effects of sizeism and how to battle them. And just know that you are not alone in that journey. It is hard. It's not easy. There's lots of things going against you when you're going through that journey. Lots of judgments, lots of criticisms, and it's hard to be strong through that. I totally get that. So if you guys are looking for a community to help you feel empowered and inspired and motivated to kind of show up for life as your most, imperfectly perfect person. So if you want to shine your light, if you want to gain confidence, if you want to be that person who you are inside, you just have a hard time kind of doing that inner healing to be able to show up for life as you want to, please join us. We are a group of women called Imperfectly Perfect You, and we are empowering each other to find self-love at any size through many different holistic and mystic approaches. So we'd love to have you in there. The link is in the description of this video. And one more thing before I pop out of here, you guys, I am launching the Self-Love Revolution with Martina. It is a lifetime group life coaching program that's going to help you to do all those things that I've been talking about. It's going to help you to heal your innermost self and find that self-love at any size, show up for life with confidence, be that person who you were always meant to be, shine your light, and just do that inner healing work through lots of different holistic and mystic approaches, lots of body positive approaches, and it's just amazing. I am almost done creating it, so I'm starting to just put it out there for you guys to start to hear about. There's a lot of cool things about it that I've started to talk about in some other videos, but it is unlike any other program, you guys. It is group coaching for life, so I am not leaving you behind. Our self-love journeys can be so lonely, and it can feel so isolating and so frustrating to sit in that by yourself, and I just want you to know that you're not alone. I felt many points in my journey that I felt alone, like no one else understood what I was going through, and that's exactly why I've created this program. We will not leave you behind. We are here to help you heal from the inside out and just to shine that light and let the world know on how amazing you are and how imperfectly perfect you are, and help you to really find that self-love at any size. So that program is going to be launching here in the next couple weeks. We have some exciting things coming up to kind of lead up to that program, and I'm going to be introducing you to a lot of my magical super friends that I have with me in that program as well to help us guide us on our journey together. And so I'm super excited. So the link to kind of start to check that out is in the description of this video if you want to kind of go see the little video that tells you about what it is and just describing to you what you'll be receiving upon signing up for the program. And that is all, you guys. So super excited about that. So anyway, thanks for anyone who tuned in and watched this morning, and we will see you guys tomorrow for another video. Have the best day.